You can really become that guy. You can really become that girl. You can become him and you can become her. This is Mekus and I'm back with another one. And this video is very straightforward. You can become who you want to be. You know, you have a lot of potential. And why is it that I believe in you more than you believe in yourself? Chances are that's true. Chances are you don't believe in yourself that much. Chances are you really don't think you're capable of doing anything. But I'm here to tell you that you can do whatever you want in this life. You don't believe me? Well, that's up to you if you want to really internalize that. You know, if you want to limit yourself, then that's okay. But whenever I look at you and I look at myself, I look at limitless beings, limitless people. Why not think that way? Why not be biased to believe that you can have whatever you want? It's only going to stack the odds in your favor to get what it is that you want, right? Chances are your current situation, you're out of whack. You don't know what you want in this life. You don't have a sense of purpose. You don't even have a daily schedule. Your habits are out of whack. You don't know what to do. But what you do know is that you want to be in a place where you feel happy, content within yourself, and you have great relationships, great health, wealth, whatever it is. There's a situation, there's something that you want here. But I'm here to tell you that you can have whatever it is that you want as long as you control your mind. That's it. As long as you put yourself in alignment with your desired situation, you're going to have it. I say it all the time in my videos. Don't chase goals, chase characters, because once you chase that desired situation, once you chase that character here, you're automatically going to get what it is that you want because you are that person. Right now, you are not that happy and content person. You are this confused person. You are this person here on the left. All you have to do is shift your identity. Control your mind, shift your identity, put yourself in alignment to get your desired situation. You're going to become him. You're going to become her. You'll be that guy, you know. Change your paradigm. Your paradigm is the set of beliefs that you have about yourself within your subconscious mind, because your subconscious mind is what dictates and creates your reality. The beliefs, the influences, everything that is in your subconscious mind ultimately forms your paradigm. So you have to shift your paradigm from your current situation to that person in that desired situation to get what it is that you want. All you need to do is put yourself in alignment on the same frequency to become that person. Change your character, and then you have to sacrifice. What are you going to give up to get to that desired situation? You basically have to unalive your old self to become the new person who is worthy of what it is that you want. You can't get what you want without change. It's impossible. And if you get something that you want without change, you're going to lose it in some way, shape, or form. You're not going to have it for long. You know, all you have to do is be a little bit more consistent than the average person. You know, there really isn't much competition if you think about it. The competition is really within yourself. It's in your own mind. All of this external stuff is an illusion. All you have to do is control your mind. Just be a little bit more consistent than the next person. That's it. It's really not that hard. It's so simple, but it's so complex. You know, it's easier said than done, though. What you want is on the other side of fear. This is a fact. What you want is on that other side of the door. Of course, you're not going to know how to get there. Of course. But you have a desire for a reason. And for that reason, you have to get after it. Now, let me ask you, what do you want? You have the desire, right? What is it that you want? The truth is, you might not even answer this question. You might not know the answer to this question. If you go around and ask the average person, what do you really want in this life? You'd be surprised. A lot of people can't answer that. You probably can't. For a long time in my life, I couldn't. But if you ask me now, I'll tell you what I want. So let me ask you, what do you want? Because whatever you want is really just on the other side of, you know, a better diet, good exercise, good sleep, a daily schedule, a routine, gratitude, and, you know, meditation. What you want is really on the other side of doing these things consistently, because when you do these things consistently, it's going to change who you are. The average person doesn't have a good diet. The average person doesn't exercise. The average person's sleep is out of whack. I'm probably speaking to you. You probably don't have a daily schedule. You don't have a routine. You're not grateful for what you have. You don't meditate. You know, these things is what's going to help put you in alignment with that desired situation, because these are just your found fundamentals as a human being. Because what you put inside your body is going to put signals inside of your brain to make certain decisions, to have certain thoughts. You know, food is information. Your gut is your second brain. So if you're putting nonsense into your diet and you're feeding yourself a bad diet, you are going to have out of whack thoughts that aren't in alignment with your desired situation. So you're only stagnating your destiny when you don't have these things in alignment. I'm not saying these are the end all be all to get what you want. There are people that have what they want and they don't necessarily have the best diet or exercise every day. But let's focus on what we can control and stack the odds in our favor to get closer to this desired situation, because your current situation doesn't have these things you don't utilize these things in tandem, right? So you have to shift your identity overall to become that person that you want to be. You need to really work from that person that you want to be. You need to ask yourself, with every decision that you make day in and day out, right? Is this in alignment with who I am? Is my diet in alignment with who I am? Is my sleep and exercise in alignment with who I am, with who I want to be? Is my routine in alignment? Am I grateful? You need to start to work from, you're not working towards this person, although it may seem like that. You're working from this person because you already are this person. You just have to attract that person into existence. You have to pull this person into existence. You already are this person. You're not going to him. You're working from that person. When you work from that person that you want to be, you're attracting that quality of person into your life. You know, you really have to, it's really the way that you think about things is how you're going to bring it into existence, right? The way you think about things right now aren't in alignment with who you want to be. That's why you're still here in this current situation. This is why you're not seeing any progress. That's why you might see a little bit of progress and you snap back, because you're such in alignment with this person that you don't want to be through years and years and years of programming that it's hard for you to really navigate to get to this person, because you're just so used to the old habits, the old vices, the old addictions, the old media programming and stuff. But once you overcome this, you are going to get closer and closer to this person. It takes years. For some people, it could take months, weeks. You have a lot of work to do. The work that you have to do is different from mine, from your neighbor, whoever it is. But, you know, the turnaround time is a case by case situation for me and you. But at the end of the day, the truth is you have to overcome fear and you need to control your mind, because all is mind, all is mental. You know, success is honestly 5% strategy. It's 90% your mind and how you feel about yourself, your self-image, and, you know, your beliefs, your thoughts, and your actions. You know, they really dictate you becoming that person that you want to be. So once you get these things in alignment, it's really simple. You know, I really wanted to make these images as simple as possible. It's a simple concept, yet so complex. But this is really the determining factor that, you know, really speaks for itself, you know. So once you get all of these things in alignment, you shift your identity, you understand that you need to control your mind to get whatever you want in this life, and just do a couple of simple habits to get you there. That's the blueprint. Like, this is really the answer to a lot of your problems, you know. So, you know, get in alignment. That's it. I'll see you on the other side, and until then, keep going.